back to my new podcast, Real Talk with Miss D. And it's the first episode. Today, I will be sharing 7 new lessons that I learned as a 23-year-old. And if you're new here, so don't forget to check out all the links mentioned below in this description. So, without further ado, let's get started. Lesson number 1. Our life is temporary. What do I mean by this? The people that we meet, the things that we do, how we live, and this whole world and our lifespan, everything is temporary. We can't take our life for granted, to be honest. Most of the time, 99% people in this world think that they are going to live forever, but average lifespan of a person would be 60 to 70 years. And also there are people who are in different parts of the world who are living more than 100 years old as well. So I read this book called Ikigai, the Sinhala translation of this famous book, which is really have been world renowned for the self-development. There are 5 regions in this world where people live happily, and most of them have been living more than 100 years old. And there are serious factors, several factors that have affected for this less lifestyle, the way they think, the way they live, and their food, and how they walk and exercise. They are very satisfied with a simple life. They don't take everything for granted. And each of the people, especially in Japan, there is a village where most of the people lives more than 100 years. And when they had done a survey, this person is saying that every grandfather, every house out there had a garden. When they wake up early in the morning, they would wake up around 4 to 5 a.m. in the morning, start their routine right away, and go outside and just look at the sky, the environment, which is very good for the mental health well-being. And they start doing something on their garden, which may be weeding or growing some new plants or watering. Like, they constantly move their body. Even they know that their life is temporary. One thing I notice is that they live their life mindfully. I think we can also implement some of these habits into our life and make our lives, so healthy and very simple. In the present society, our lives are very complicated, and we are constantly being worrying about our future, about our past, and how we are going to thrive in our life, especially a young person like me, because mostly girls and boys in their 20s are always worrying about their future. Okay, I want to be this person within in 30s. I want to retire in 30s. Actually, it would be really nice if we could go with the flow with our lives and just being adjusting to the changes that our lives are having. Isn't that so? What do you think? Lesson number 2. Start doing things you love. If you really don't want to regret when you get old that you haven't done anything that you love when you were young, do not ever do that. Do not ever make your future self regret of your younger self. Start doing things you love. You don't need many things. Okay, I will take myself as an example. So back in 2020, when the COVID-19 outbreak hits, every one of us was stuck in our homes, literally wondering what to do, right? So I was also a person like that. I was writing my advanced level examinations that time. I was constantly studying. My routine was monotonous. I don't know how to get out of that cycle. So I just discovered that a certain set of content creators from India have started doing this called flat lay photography, which is similar to the product photography. And I thought, okay, it would kind of look so cool. And I started grabbing some pots or my mother's dishes and start creating nice pictures with everything that I had. And just like that, I started content creation. And after that, years have passed so much, and I am still doing it, which has come to one of my high side hustles. And I am feeling so grateful for that. And when it comes to my journey in content creation, because I started because of the COVID-19 pandemic, I had lots of setbacks and also lots of achievements. They are big and small as well. It's a win, huh? Somehow, win is a win. So my first video went viral back in 2022, and on Instagram, I gained lots of followers. And because of that, I was able to gain a fame and land lots of collaborations, work with my dream brands, and also as a content creator, I was recruited to one of my favorite beauty brands as a content creator, even though they were looking for professionals who had an educational background in marketing, who had done vendor certification, who had so much of experience. Without that, with that 2 years of experience as a content creator, who have been learning so much all by myself, it really helped me to become the best version of myself in terms of content creation and get into the marketing industry. Even though I left that place few months ago, I still have been learning. I learned a lot, I gained a lot, and I am super grateful. And also, I started learning Korean language because, as you guys know, if you know me very well, I am a K-pop fan. And because of the love for the Korean culture, food, music, I started learning Korean because I have this dream of going to Korea all by myself and speaking with people who speaking with Koreans in their native language. So I was able to achieve that. So I started in 2021 and it's 2024, and somehow I am able to communicate with all the Koreans. Even though I am not fluent. So if I go to Korea one day, bro, I can survive in that country even for a few weeks. Like I can travel around. It's because of something I started to do that I love, learning languages. And the other thing is that I started doing fashion. I love fashion so much. Even though I have to learn a lot, I started creating lots of new outfits with the existing outfits that I had. It channeled so much creativity in me. It was literally a part of my soul, and people loved it so much. I mean, those are the things that I gained so much satisfaction. And now in 2024, I left my job to start pursuing my dream career, which is the IT field. I didn't get a laptop up until now. I got a used laptop from my best friend, and I started doing projects. Even this podcast is done by thanks to her, because I love doing talking, I love creating content, I love doing YouTube. It's my passion. And because of that, now I'm doing things that I love. And in the upcoming years, I will be doing the same as well. Till I die, I will start doing things that I love, and you should too. Okay? You should. Lesson number 3. Being alone is not boring. It's a form of self-care. What do you mean by this? You might be questioning at this point. I believe as a person in your 20s, prioritizing being alone is the best thing you can do sometimes for yourself. So when it comes to me, I love being alone. And when I'm alone, I like to set boundaries, shut down myself, and start listening to a podcast or do some self-care, or to start studying a new language or taking a new course or taking learning a new high-income skill, because it's kind of doing a self-investment for me. Because if I'm going to allocate time for others for whole 24 hours and not allocating time for myself, I'm doing something unfair for me. I believe that. And you should do it for yourself as well. Being alone means it's very self-care thing. It's a form of self-care thing. You don't know. Sometimes being alone means for you maybe making a cup of ramen, sitting in your cozy bed and putting Netflix and just chilling. That's also a form of self-care by being alone. And also for the people who love to constantly go outside and do partying, I would suggest for you guys to try this out and see how would it be different rather than being alone for some time, rather than going out. Just let me know if you try this, because I think it's a whole different kind of experience. I am just allocating this time to all for myself to do that things I love, because it's a form of self-care. Okay, I recently got one question when it comes to being alone from one person, is that how to be okay when no one wants you. In this type of alone, that person is feeling like very lost. So I thought that this, I felt right away I read this message, I felt that this person haven't been feeling, have been left out, has not find that person's right circle. So what I mean is that if this is you, take this as a sign to go on your solo journey, because you can start investing on yourself, learning new skills, or starting your YouTube channel and start working on your goals, or building your own business. And yeah, it's totally up to you, because until you find your right circle, you just have to keep watering, keep planting, keep investing, keep building your personal brand for yourself. And also you need to shift your mindset. Why does no one want me to? Okay, being alone is the good thing for me. For that mindset, when you shift your mindset from this mindset to that mindset, girl, it's going to be a game changer. I was a person like that. Okay, you will understand this in the long term. Lesson number 4: stop oversharing everything in your life. Why do I want to say this? Because there are sometimes things that you doesn't need to share, and things you can share. Okay, because no one wants you the best. That's number 1. If you're going to keep sharing your goals and every one of your achievements, it's going to get jinxed. Okay, so don't do it. Instead of sharing everything that you're going to plan or what are your goals, just start working on them silently. And once you achieved your goal, or you have achieved the result, just sharing it, because it's kind of going to be an inspiration for every other people out there who are looking at you, who are just wanting to be just like you. Sometimes when you even make friends, when we get fit with them, we tend to share everything in our life, like what is financially status, what's our family status, what's actually going on in our life. But it's not good to share everything. Even some friends might be backstabbing you. I have experienced that. So you just need to discard them once you came into realization. So do not share everything about your income, about all the financial status, your goals, what you're planning to do in the future with anyone in your life, unless it's with your parents or your partner. You got that? Lesson number 5: you need to have a plan in your life. Why do I want to say this? Sometimes you might think that you haven't figured out what exactly you're going to do, what career are you going to pursue, what are you going to study when it comes to your higher education. So it's fine to not figure out everything at a young age, because we figure out everything when we go with the flow in our life. But sometimes you need to have a small plan in your life at certain time of age, what you are exactly going to do, what you are exactly going to do, because this thing applies when it comes to academically, financially, and career wise. Right after, as Sri Lankans, when we get out from university, most of the recent graduates doesn't have a job. They're even wondering what the hell do we want to do in our life. So as girls and boys in 20s, since early young age, if you are, for me, I started deciding what I exactly wanted to do with my life, what type of career when I want to pursue, when I just started doing my advanced level examinations. So I knew that I really had a passion for IT field, and because of that I chose art stream, because I was not good at maths. So I didn't go and do maths because I don't want to fail. I wanted to somehow pass the exam, and just because it's like an entrance exam to the university, but I didn't go to university. So in order to pursue my career in the IT field, what I did was I chose geography, French, and information technology as subjects. And then I got a simple pass from the exam because the exam was pretty hard for me. But somehow then one of my teachers advised me to go to this institute, and do this course, a 2-year diploma. So I was really fond of network engineering. Then I did my high national diploma in computing, specialization in network engineering. Then I seeked out to all lecturers and all the industry professionals that I network with, and all the sisters and brothers and my friends who were in the industry, to seek advice for, like, okay, after doing my diploma, what should I do next? Then what they told me was, start doing vendor certifications, start doing small projects, because you have YouTube now, and anyone doesn't need to explain you what exactly to do. By looking at YouTube, you can do lots of projects. So back then, because I started working and doing my 9 to 5 job, I didn't get a chance to do that. But I just completed my first 2 projects like two few days ago, and I was pretty happy about it. Like, what an achievement, even though it's very small. So just like that, and I started doing lots of AWS courses, Azure courses, which are related to the field that I am pursuing. And also I research about what are the most demanding skills and the jobs in the tech industry, especially networking industry, and what are the emerging technologies. Just like that, you just have to build your skills and stay abreast of the trends in the industry, because you have to be constantly updated, because the technology is changing like just like this. Like, the time is, and the weeks, months are passing just like this. So you just have to be very conscious about your goals, and financially you just have to make multiple sources of income. With especially country like the economy in Sri Lanka, it's very hard to like study while doing your job, because everything is very expensive. And sometimes, as a girl who have gone to multiple jobs now, when we are very much skilled, we don't get paid much. When we are not very much skilled, when we are very skilled, we don't get paid that much. When we are not very much skilled, we get paid. It's something like you're going to your favorite job, but the pay is very low. But you're going to a job that you don't like because you have nothing to do, and the pay is very high. That's something happened to me. But despite being said that, I get a good income. But now I am doing content creation as a side hustle, which is not my permanent income, but a sort of an income until I get a job, because I know that I want to be a network engineer while also being a part-time content creator as well. So that's what I have decided, my career wise. And also income wise, you have to like build your own multiple income streams. You have to build your multiple income streams, and also like search what are the ways that you can get an income very well. Because now I have a friend that she does lots of PR and she earns very well, which is like really good. So if you're a person who likes to do like PR and relations, you can get in like research about that, and so look for ways like how to make an income from those, because there are lots of ways that you can make an income. And academically, you have to plan out your life as well. And also, being said that, having a plan about your life is that you need to be very ensured when it comes to us. People really tend to get lots of we're not very well, right? It's just something that we don't like to like admit, but because we are humans, we get diseases, we get fevers. So because of that, we need to get an insurance. So if you're a person who have a high income, like invest on a medical insurance, because if you get into an accident by chance, if you are doing an operation, you can just, then you don't need to like like very sad or stressed about where to find this money. One thing you can do is like investing on the medical insurance, and medical insurance will assure you, because now it got you covered. Because I know there are a number of people who are investing on that, and they don't need to give a fuck about it, because they have that insurance, because they are assured. Just like that, plan your life, have a backup plan. Lesson number 6: protect your mental health at any cost. Because mental health is not a thing that especially Sri Lankans doesn't care about, and many people are aware of. But there are many youngsters who are gaining, especially Gen Z generation, just like us. It might be like surviving for the whole day, even getting a job, getting an income, even pay a rent, getting food. We have to think about these small things every day, because the current economy in Sri Lanka have been like going worse, and we still don't see a solution. Like, when will it going to be okay, when it going to be stable? Because as a person who have been born and raised in this country ever since Sri Lanka has been a developing country since my parents' age. My mom was born in 1971 and it's been like 53 years and we are 23 years old as well. So just like that, there are lots of people who have been suffering with mental health issues such as PTSD or anxiety, with lots of things because of this. And also it might also cause the family issues as well, and also educational pressure and all the issues that having with the family background or even with the schools. So a lot of factors may affect this. So what I would like to say is, if you don't have any person to say, like if you're really suffering from mental health issues, anxiety or PTSD, reach out to a person who can trust and just vent out your feelings and do meditation, because you need to prioritize your mental health at this point. If not, how you're going to live your life. And another factor that I like to highlight at this point is that when we reach out to our parents and say like, we are not feeling good, I've been feeling depressed lately, they mostly tend not to believe in their children. Sometimes they might get suicidal because they can't trust their parents. We can't open our minds to our parents, right? So like they are not believing most of their children. I would, if there are people, if there are parents who are really listening to their children and really taking care of mental health, I have a huge respect for you. But if you're a parent who is saying this, I really encourage you to go and listen to your child and ask from them how have been doing lately. Have you been feeling any pressure, or have you been any feeling like very sad or very depressed because of anything? Just be friendly with them. They will eventually open up to you, because we can like really get treated our children and people who are suffering from this. And yeah, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments. And also when it comes to mental health, the mental health, the pressure that they get from the social media also really impacts. As a content creator, I get lots of hate from people daily who I even don't know. So there are people who used to like get lots of hate, and also they might be like bullying them from their for their body image. So I am a person who always used to be called like a Peppa Pig, because always, because I used to be so much fat, but because I was diagnosed with gastritis, I lost my weight so much, but still people keep talking crap about you. So people are always asking like how you deal with these mental health issues when there are lots of people who are like throwing shit at you, when they're saying bad things about that. At first I was really devastated. I was thinking, why are they like this? And I haven't done anything wrong to them, and why do people keep always saying bad things about me? Why do they keep like always bullying me? I was like thinking like that. And then what, by years passing down up to day, what I thought is like they are like projecting their own insecurities on other people. When they see someone is doing good than them, they really tend to like be envy of them and try to say lots of bad things to put that person down. But as a person, I have been facing that for quite a lot of time. And my childhood was not the best, because when I was going to like international schools, I used to get bullied and I was really devastated. My mental health was very down at that point. And I thought like, okay, people used to bully me like this, but I would not dare to do that if I meet a friend in the future. Even if they are going to do better than me, I will not be envy, but I will try my best to support them, be happy for them, congratulate them, appreciate them. Because I know, if they, even though they are better than me, I can, when the time goes, I can still learn and be better like them as well. Because people really tend to like be envy, put other people down, pressure on their mental health, because of those cyberbullying and all the things. People, there are children that they can't even bear them, because of they get into lots of PTSD and several mental health issues. And also when they can't reach out to people, they literally suicide, which is very sad. And I have came across lots of suicidal cases just like that as well, because they have suicided because of the cyberbullying and everything. Just, you need to be mentally strong, and you need to like mentally strong. Seventh and the last lesson is that everything happens when the right time comes. I will share a personal life experience with you. I have been, now I told you this several times that I left my job and I didn't find one up to date, but I trust universe so much. So what I learned is that everything happens when the right time comes, and I will get a job when the right time comes. Until then, what I have to do is like developing and working on myself, all the courses and the skills that I need to learn. That I need to learn, because I know that everyone's time zone is very different. So I was beating my, before I understanding that, I was beating myself. I was in a victim mindset, the scarcity mindset, thinking, why is this everything happening to me? Everyone is getting paid or getting promotions or like going to get a new job started or going on a new trip, or they will be going to a new house, they are getting lots of money, they are rich. I thought like, why is not this happening to me? Then I thought like, okay, I can become a person like that, but I am here, I'm just like this because of karma, and it's meant to be happen, and everything I deserve, I will get at the right time. Universe will get it to me, and until then I'm going to work on myself. So I just thought that. So if you're ever feeling bad about like why things are happening to you like this, and why everything is not going the way I planned, why everything is being bad at me, why there's nothing happening good, things are happening the way it meant to be, just face it, go through it, and you will become more stronger, and you will become more intelligent, and you will lead a good life. Just keep nurturing yourself while also understanding that, because it's very essential because we need to thrive in our life. Life is crazy, we learn a lot, and life is just like a flowing river. And just like that, those are just 7 lessons that I learned as a 23-year-old. Let me know, what did you learn as a person in your 20s in the comments below. And just like that, we have come to the end of our first episode in our Talk with Miss D podcast, and I will see you in the next episode. Till then, stay safe. Bye.